Hey, I just saw Jordan Peele's new movie, Us, so let's talk about it. Trailer time!
We need to move and keep moving. They won't stop until they kill us. Or we kill them.
Be careful.
So, Us is the second film by comedian, writer turned horror writer Jordan Peele. It stars Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, and Tim Heidecker, among other people. And I will say that I'll be avoiding spoilers. I won't say what happens. So, Us is about a family of four who are going to their summer home, and while at their summer home, they are harassed by another family who happens to look exactly like them. And shit pops off crazy. This movie's fucking crazy. That's all I'm gonna say about this movie, because it's better to go in blind. I don't want to go into any more detail than just that, because it's better to go in not knowing shit about this movie. I thought Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke were great in this movie. I really liked Lupita's performance here, and it can be especially challenging where you're playing essentially dual roles, this normal version of yourself and then this like alternate like monster version of yourself, and in both instances it's very believable. Depending on the caliber of actor you have doing this kind of thing, it could be laughable or you could pull it off really well, and I think Jordan Peele pulls it off with these actors really well. I thought the directing was really great. I thought cinematography, there's some really nice shots in this movie, so I thought the cinematography was really well done. And obviously Jordan Peele is a killer director because he gets solid performances out of everybody that is in this movie. I thought the music was really great too. They used that song from the trailer, the I Got Five on it, and they used the creepy horror remixed version of it, and it works really well. Everything pretty much in terms of just writing, directing, acting, music, it's all just phenomenal in this movie. It's all really good. There were moments that I thought were extremely tense, and that's all credit to Jordan Peele, because it's hard to create tension sometimes, and sometimes an effort to create tension in a movie really falls flat, and there are some moments in this movie that I thought were really fucking tense. The movie was actually funnier than I expected it to be. This one definitely is more of like a straight horror film versus like his previous film than Get Out, you know? But it was funnier than I expected it to be. I mean, normally in horror movies you'll have like that a moment of humor to lighten the mood, to give you some breathing room between these tense scenes. However, I felt that this movie was funnier than I think it even needed to be. There are moments where I felt like maybe we didn't really need a moment to breathe until maybe after this is over, because these moments to breathe happen in the middle of these things and, you know, certain actions, and you're just like, I kind of wished you waited later to make a lighthearted pun or something, or to be darkly ironic, because that's where a lot of the humor comes from. It's not so much like jokey jokes, you know, we're gonna make fun of the situation. It's more of it's like just sort of darkly ironic humor, especially one scene having to do with an Alexa. It's pretty funny, actually. It also wasn't as scary as I had hoped to be. Actually hoping that it would be scarier than it is, but that doesn't detract from that it actually is really tense in moments. Overall, I think it is still a very good movie. It just didn't scare me like I had anticipated to be scared. Not that I had any sort of anticipation for this movie. I mean, I completely cut myself off from trailers and things like that. I watched the very first trailer and said, I'm not gonna watch anything else because I wanna go in blind. And I avoided all advertisements. I avoided all the other trailers for it, and I went in, and it's a really good movie. Acting, everyone's great. Music is phenomenal. I thought the music is like, it's really inventive what they've done with it, specifically with that song. The directing's great, but it just wasn't as scary as I was hoping it would be, and it was also funnier than I was expecting it to be. And it being funny is not really a downside either, because I mean, it is funny. It did make me laugh, so I have to give it credit. This movie does get weird, like really fucking weird. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because in my opinion, mainstream horror movies, like especially like Hollywood mainstream horror movies are, they don't get weird enough. You know, it's like every other month you have a new fucking ghost haunting movie. This movie isn't that. And the concept, and you know, as the plot progresses and you find out more information, it's fucking strange, man. Like, it's weird. And you're just like, that's fucking weird. This movie's fucking weird. Like, I can't explain it any more than that, but this movie's just fucking weird, but it's weird in the best way possible. I love how weird this movie is, and I actually kind of wish it went weirder. Like, I wish it was even fucking stranger and did make you scratch your head a little bit more. But, I mean, for what this movie is, I mean, it's fucking weird, and it's a good weird. It's a great weird. I loved it. I thought it was so awesome. I mean, personally, I don't think this movie is as strong of a movie as, like, say, Get Out. I think I definitely liked Get Out more than I liked Us, but that doesn't detract Us from being a really good horror movie. I mean, it's got blood and gore. It's pretty great. A lot of blood and gore actually happens off screen, and I kind of wish it would have happened on screen, because as a personal preference, I like seeing blood and gore, and I wish this movie did have more of it. I will say though that the sound effects they use, especially when something happens off screen and you hear the sound effect, like, I kind of wish we could see it, because that sound effects leaves, like, it makes you really imagine like what's happening. And I think that's what's good about maybe having stuff off screen, is that you can have this really awesome sound design to really make you think about like what is happening off screen. And but I mean, just as a personal preference, because I like blood and I like gore, I kind of wish it did happen on screen. But sound design was really well done, because some of those sounds are just bleh. Overall though, everything else was great. I wish it was scarier, but it was still really, really good. It's really tense. I don't want to give anything away, because I think that you should watch this movie. I think a lot of people should watch this movie. Support horror, please. Especially, you know, this horror movie. This movie's so good. I really do like this movie. I'm going to give Us 4 out of 5. Thank you for watching. I don't know what my next review is going to be. I'm going to watch something and then have another one up by next Monday. Thank you for watching this. Please like this video if you liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel, because I desperately need it. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That's my social media. That's the only ones I'm on, really. And I'll see you next Monday.